noticed something intriguing here today. Quite few people in the room wearing purple. Interesting choice, and let me tell you why. Tyrant purple is one of the most luxurious dyes, and it was made of snail mucus. But not only 1 or 2 snails, you needed 10,000 snails in order to make 1 gram of dye. So that color was only reserved for royalty. It was color of power, wealth, and sophistication. Fast forward to today, and how lucky are we? We can wear color without a fear of execution. But color still holds power. It influences perception, and it shapes how we feel and how others feel about us. So you're probably thinking, okay, if she knows so much about color, why on earth is she wearing brown today? Brown isn't exactly a showstopper color. It's not bright like red, and it's not regal like purple. 500 years ago, that color was only reserved for commoners. It's actually quite ordinary. But in a world when we're constantly trying to stand out, being ordinary holds its own power. But I chose it because it also makes me feel good. It works with my complexion, with my hair, with my skin tone, and it makes me feel grounded. So let me tell you the real secret of color. Color is not always about how other people see colors, but how we see ourselves. But I didn't learn this from a textbook. I learned this from my mother. In the 80s and 90s, we used to own a denim shop in Poland. And I remember sitting there being absolutely mesmerized with my mom's ability to find perfect pair of jeans by just looking at someone. She didn't need a measuring tape. She was able to, but not only the style that she was very good at finding, she was also very good with color. She was able to place that on the body for maximum impact. And that was the moment where I realized I really want to do something like this. I want to be able to make people feel good about themselves. Fast forward to today, and I work as an image consultant, and I work with people from public eye, with royals and celebrities, but the impact is always the same. When they come out of the fitting room, regardless if it's a red carpet or they just need an outfit to go to wear to the boardroom, they come out from the fitting room and we've got that connection. They look into the mirror, and when they know they look good, they stand taller. They smile. And that reminds me exactly how my mom used to do it. It's about building confidence and giving them that empowerment. And that stayed with me for a very, very long time. So fast forward to today, I've learned about color psychology, and color is 3-dimensional. And today I would like to share it with you, so maybe you can look at color from a slightly different perspective. So we have the depth of the color. So imagine the dark color that absorbs light and making things a little bit smaller. And on another side, we've got lighter color that reflects light and makes things that a little bit more voluminous. So imagine black leather jacket versus white silk blazer. Both of them have got completely different energy about them. Then we've got the temperature of the color. The color wheel is divided into two sections. On the left, you've got warm colors that are vibrant and energetic. And on the right, you've got cool colors that got that calming effect. So have you ever noticed that going to hospital, the walls are painted blue? Why? Because blue is supposed to calm us down. It's supposed to bring down our blood pressure. Then if you are going to a spa, for example, they will create this beautiful customer journey where they will place a lot of greenery and a lot of plants, and all of this, it's done to relax us. Then we have intensity of the color. So from things that are really bright and very vivid to colors that are kind of a little bit more pastel-y. So if you imagine red and you dip one drop of white paint, it will dilute, and it kind of works all the way to the pastels. So this is a very good way to think about the color depending on your mood. If you want to stand out, you could wear something a little bit brighter. And then on another side, you could go with pastels. But now, let's step in to high-intensity environment where color plays a role. Competition. Beijing 2008 Olympics. 100-meter run. 1 billion people watching. 8, the fastest men in the world. Alongside them, Usain Bolt, standing tall, relaxed, ready to go, wearing gold trainers. The other sprinters wearing black or white, quite simple choice, but gold? Why gold? Because gold is a color of achievement. It's a color of first place and champions. So psychologists call this idea enclothed cognition. It's an idea that what we wear shapes how we perform, how we think, and how we deliver on the day. So if you ask me, has he chosen that color because he was trying to show the world that he's going to win? Possibly. But I think he was giving himself that message. He was telling himself, before he even started to run, he was already a champion. Then the fire goes. 9.69 seconds, and we've got the new world record. Flashy gold trainers, the whole world watching, and the legend is born. Color is not only what we see. Color also holds a power and a signal. And when we know how to use it, it can really work for our advantage, both in our professional and personal life. How about one of the most profound moments in our life when color plays a role? Funerals. Traditionally, we wear black to a funeral. Why? Because it represents mourning and respect. In Asia, you will see people wearing white because it signifies purity and transition of the soul. In Ghana, you will see the sea of red and sometimes a bit of gold because they believe in celebrating the life they lived as it is mourning of the loss. Color holds power in meaning and in mood, and we have the power to redefine it. By changing the color, we are also able to change the mood. So how can you find your colors? For me, they always lay in color combinations. So if you think for a second, what is your safety color that you choose on the daily basis? One that you don't really have to think about. You can just grab and go. Probably it will be one of the neutrals. Lots of you wearing black, I can see, but there is also, neutrals are more than black because you could do navy, you can do browns, creams, and whites. This is the kind of a bulletproof palette that you will never go wrong wearing that. But look at the impact. If you wear something really quite high up, in comparison to the lady that's wearing a V-neck, it's just that a little bit open and showing a little bit of a skin. How you can also wear the same color but in a slightly different shade and adding a texture to it. The next color combination is the one that puts you at ease. Colors that are soft, approachable, and playful. And they are mostly from the pastel colors. How can you wear them? Again, very simple combination, wearing them from to bottom. You can also add a tiny bit of print in the same shade of colors. Here, as you can see, we have added a little bit of neutrals, and then we've added pastel. This kind of colors are very approachable, they're easy to wear, and they can make you feel quite joyful. The last one are my statements. And this is when you want to really stand out, when you want to give that bold and energetic definition. This is where you can really play. This is the moment when you actually maybe planning to go to a networking event and you want to really stand out. The moment you will stand up in the yellow jacket like this, even if people won't remember your name, they will remember what you were wearing. It's also a very good conversation starter. If you wear something like this, most likely people would say, wow, I really love your orange or yellow jacket. When you're mixing colors like this, I would suggest to mix not more than 3, because when it's more than 3, it's very destructive for the eye. So 3 is always the numbers that I suggest the most in one outfit. So today, we've talked a lot about color, how it shapes us, how it defines us, and what kind of hidden message it's got. So I would like to offer you something. I would like to offer you a permission. Permission to experiment. Permission to invite color into your wardrobe. Permission to break norms and try something perhaps you haven't tried before. Because what we wear is not just decoration. It can also work as a declaration. So when you open your wardrobe tomorrow and you'll be thinking about what I'm going to wear, I don't want you to pick an outfit. I want you to pick a feeling. I want you to pick a statement. Because when you really connect with what you wear, you're not only going to show up, you're going to shine. Thank you.